Okay, let's start with Matty Leckie. Have you got the scans back yet?
I think we should get them today. So, again, we'll know more about the results, but we have to wait and see. You know, it's not nice when a player goes down, but it's part of football. So yeah, we'll have to wait for his results, but it's another opportunity for someone else to to come in as well.
I'd imagine Wellington at least is going to be a stretch too far.
Yeah,
look, Leckie, that is.
Yeah, I think so. You know, I'll be realistic as well. You know, even without the reports and all that, you know, I think it might be. But again, you know, look, the players' welfare is the most important for me. You know, so again, we'll see how he comes in today. We'll get the reports, and then we'll go about what we do, and see what time if he's back next week. If he needs more time off, he needs more time off. So we'll have to wait and see.
I was curious with Lex's, and I know it's not your job, PK, but there's obviously a Socceroos game in 3 weeks' time. When you map out his recovery, does that come into your thinking at all about when you target him to come back, or how much time you give him, or is it
no,
as soon as possible?
Yeah, look, again, that's I'm not the national team coach. You know, it's how we can get him right for us in the right way, in the safest way. So again, I haven't seen the report. I'm not a physio, so the time situation I wouldn't know. But I know over the past, I've seen players, and we have to get them back as safe as possible, but the best way as well. So time will tell. So who knows what will happen in that space, when the Socceroos have that game in March.
I guess obviously he was replaced by Marco during the week, so I guess in a positive, when he started this year, he's been pretty good. So it probably gives him, I would assume, another opportunity to, I guess, take an opportunity.
Yeah, that's what it does. It gives another player an opportunity. It could be Tilio, it could be Steph Kolakowski, it could be Jordan Boss, it could be Rafa. So there's a few players that could come in, but it definitely gives an opportunity, for our young players.
Aidan O'Neill's the other one. Would you expect him back on the weekend?
Yes, as at the moment, yes. Again, we'll see how he goes today, but current reports are that he's okay. So hopefully, he'll be available for Sunday's game.
When you reviewed or went through the Perth game, what was sort of your main takings from it?
Look, I think the first half was really good. We had 6% possession, created a lot of chances, 90% accuracy. So, like, statistically, it's good. When I look at the both halves, but unfortunately, you draw. So, I'm always one of those of always, trying to learn from the mistakes and trying to get better and be positive. So that's the only way. So, are there things that we need to improve on? Yes. I'm not silly enough to say we don't. Can we get better at things? Yes. So it's one of those, can we improve on the areas that need to be? And, with the goals, it's one of those things where, we need to improve on, and there's certain areas that we need to do that, and again, it's not through lack of trying, or lack of doing it. It's just at the moment, it's just one of those things that are happening to us. Do we mean it? No, but we're always trying to improve it and trying to learn off it to get better.
It feels like in the games you, I guess, maybe haven't got the 3 points, it has been sort of not necessarily, you haven't been dominated, it's been almost like a defensive lap and
again, like
against the run of play.
Correct. Correct. Look,
the other team.
Correct. And that could be a mental thing. That could be concentration. Sometimes you don't know always what the player thinks and at that time what he sees, and I understand that. So, but also for me, it's my job. It's to improve it and trying to get better at that situation. And we can do is train it, practice it, show it. But look, I'm proud of the team, for what we've done and what we've had to go through, and we are where we are. It's great, and I'm really proud of the team.
I was going to say, with the defensive side, is it something exacerbated in terms of focus when you're playing so many games so regularly? To stay focused for a full 90 minutes becomes harder, or do you put it down and, is that not a factor in it?
Look, I think everything's a factor, to be honest with you. I've been there, and, I was a defender, and, in England we used to play, 60, 70 games a year. So I understand sometimes what defenders go through and what they think, but honestly, I don't think it's been through, a lack of maybe the defence was wrong here or there. I think it's maybe been one freak chance. So look, I bring up the Adelaide game. It's a cross and it goes in. Sometimes you actually cannot defend that. Like that is, stuff like that. I think is happening to us at the moment, and it feels like sometimes. One little half error and it goes in. Yeah, and that's what we have to do to improve. But I don't think it's through lack of defenders not trying or concentrating. I just think it's one of those stages that we're going through it, and we need to get ourselves out of it. And the only way to do that is through practice, reviewing and learning and following our processes to get better. Because there's no other way. There's no magic wand.
Obviously, depending on the day you look at the table, you're either first or second at the moment. It's sort of going off the comment you made before about everything the club's gone through. Obviously, there's room for improvement, but are you pretty proud with the position you've got yourselves into with everything? And I guess every club's had their own struggles, but given everything you've gone through, and we talk about defensive lapses or whatever, but you're still either first or second, depending on the day you look at the table.
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, look, I actually don't look at the table. I look at performance. And, for me, it's, the performances have been really good, I think. Is there room for improvement? Yes. But I'm very proud of a group of players that, are playing every 3 days. It's not used to. We're not used to this in our country at the moment. At the moment, I don't even think the English Premier League do that, and they've got a squad of 40. So, I'm very proud of the group of players that we have that are doing that, because they're doing something that they've never experienced before, and they're doing it at their best level. And also, we need to go away, not just us, but it could be, hopefully a couple of other Australian teams, and we need to go away and, we'll play 6 games in 12 days and then come back and resume the championship. So, it's a year that is, foreign to, I think, most of us, I should say. I don't want to comment on any other team. And I think we've adapted really well, with the current circumstances. And again, we haven't got a squad of 40. It's a squad of 23 players, and we've experienced, players going away in international break, and that will continue because we play in international break. So there's so many different variables that have come in the season that, we're foreign to, but I think our adaptation's been great, and I'm really proud of the team. And, we don't use that as an excuse, at all. It's no chance, we're using that as a learning tool to get better and improve.
And just the Knicks, they've been, I guess because they've been on the road, and they've been super impressive this year. You must be preparing for a pretty tough contest on Sunday.
Yeah, look, I think every game is hard, and they're a good team, as we know. So, we'll need to prepare like we always prepare. We need to follow our processes, and, we need to, hopefully again, give another good performance on Sunday.